All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. Now we're going to talk about a financial scandal. I don't know about a scandal, but I have the opportunity to talk about, cryptocurrency, finance, etc. while doing an MMA video, and I'm going to take that opportunity right now because that's what I like talking about. Usually I have to put this kind of video on Jesse on everything, but today, because Ben Askren's involved, Chael Sonnen's involved, Anthony Smith is involved, and dozens of other fighters, including Cain Velasquez, Ben Askren may have cost Cain Velasquez family money, maybe. Now, this is not going to be like a attack Ben Askren video, but you got Ben Askren on one side, you got a bunch of other guys on the other side, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean. Now, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. So what we're talking about is we're talking about this Marshall Anu cryptocurrency, okay? So I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about it because a bunch of fighters started calling it out, and I assume everything's bullshit until proven otherwise. And those guys, they approached me a little bit at the beginning, and I was just kind of like, I don't know anything about these guys. So I was kind of like, tell me more about it. And then a lot of fighters started saying their name. I talked to them again, and they had donated $25,000 to Cain Velasquez's family. And I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. And so the more I listened to them, the more they convinced me that their stated goal and what they're doing is getting fighters paid. And what they're doing is very simple, okay? When you launch a coin, what you're doing is you are marketing something. It is literally just a marketing project, okay? How many altcoins are there? Or how many meme coins are there? There's uncountable meme coins. The idea that you can't make serious money on meme coins is fully uneducated. And a meme coin, all it is it's just it's a token that has, at least in this case, has some kind of tax built into it, which is building the marketing budget, which is getting paid out to fighters, and the fighters are then going out and marketing it, promoting it, calling it out on the microphone, although I guess they can't do that anymore because Dana has a vice grip on all promotions in the UFC events. But, tweeting about it, talking about it in spaces, doing all this stuff, and I don't understand, how is there anything underhanded about that? They pay fighters to promote it. They say their stated goal is to get fighters paid, and they're paying fighters to promote it, and their promotion leads to increased value in the coin. More people adopt the coin, they pull tax off the coin, and they give it to fighters to promote it. That sounds like a nice symbiotic ecosystem right there, Because any of these meme coins, so Ben Askren said it was a pump and dump. He's like, oh, it's a rug pull, it's a pump and dump. It's like, oh, really? So these guys, do you know them? Because I didn't hear it, I read everything he said. It's like, he didn't say he knows them. He doesn't know them. So how on earth would you possibly know that? Because the only way that you could know that is if you knew the guy's intentions. Because look, any meme coin can fail. I'm not saying go out and spend a bunch of money and or go invest, $10,000 in this or anything. That's not the point of the video. That's not the point of the video at all. I'm not telling you what to do with your money ever. I'm saying that the nature of any ICO is you go out and you market it, and the more people that adopt it, the value goes up. And of course, the original holders, the people who started it. And actually, I heard that the owners don't own any of the coin or any of the tokens. But either way, in normal circumstances, owners own some of the tokens also. And so of course they make some money. Why does anyone do anything? If you didn't get paid to fight, let's say you're 33 and you're still a professional fighter. If you didn't get paid, would you think most of them would still be fighting? Think of your job. If you didn't make money, would you go do it? That's why everyone does everything, And it's if you could find some benefit in the way you're making money, if there's benefit to other people, that's your best case scenario. And so basically, whoever's running it is going to dictate whether it's an honest project or not. Now, I spoke to Anthony Smith about it specifically, and he told me that he can tell instantly. By the way, I had Anthony Smith on the show today. It was fucking awesome. What a badass. But he said that he can tell instantly if someone's a real UFC fan or not. And he's like, what I can tell you about these guys, they're real UFC fans. And so what's the downside? Get MMA fighters paid. The only people who are, at least initially, who are going to be investing in this thing are going to be MMA fighters because that's how they're going to hear about it. And of course, you're trying to get over the hump to where it ends up being a more stable coin that other people invest in also. But you need a launching pad to get there. And that's what they're doing. Okay. And so when Ben Askren says it's a pump and dump, and then the next day it goes down 30%, geez, I wonder why it went down 30%, dude. Like it doesn't take, like for every 20, every 10 people that promote something, it only takes one person to throw doubt on it like that and be like, these guys are scammers. And anybody who's holding is like, whoa, what scammers? And then that fear, they're like, oh, I got to get rid of it then. So my point is, that's super fucked up for him to do. Unless you know for sure that someone has bad intentions, you can't just go out and say a thing like that. Okay. Now this falls directly in the wheelhouse that of like anybody who really watches my stuff consistently knows that my biggest, I don't like the word triggered, but my biggest triggers are people fucking with people's money. I don't like it, dude. I don't like it at all. Or like the worst case is trying to get people fired, right? But almost as bad is trying to undermine someone's project that they put a bunch of work into. I don't like that, dude. Like I don't like that even a little bit. I don't like. I hate it. Actually, I can't stand it. That's why the only person I've ever blocked from my channel that I ever banned is this guy who, dude, he would come on our live streams and talk shit all the time. And it was always kind of funny. Every once in a while, we'd block him for the night or whatever. The only time when I finally blocked him, he came on my live stream. So we were doing the live events, where we're having people come with us to the, to the shows, get a big block of tickets, sell them to people that get to come. They come with me. They come with Gabrielle. They're obviously fans of the channel. And he went on and he was like, hey guys, all this, the live events. He's like, don't get scammed by Jesse marking up the tickets, dude. Okay, idiot. Of course there's margin on the tickets, you fucking idiot. You think that you're like illuminating people? Why? Like, that's the whole, it's an experience. Do dinner the night before, we go to the fights, we're friends after. I mean, we really are. Like everyone who watches my channel is fucking cool. But nonetheless, like, yeah, of course. The reason I'm doing the extra work to do that is because I make a little bit of money on each of them. Yes, correct. You think that's some fucking big expose? Like, and so I banned him. Not because he said it. I just said it on my own channel. Not because he said that I'm making margin, because he's trying to fuck with my money. Fuck that. Fuck people who try to fuck with people's money. And whether I don't know what Ben Askren's doing. He promotes cryptocurrencies. So like he was responsible for everybody who owned that coin, whatever was dropped the next day when he was like, oh, it's a scam, and then went down 30%. That's on fucking Askren. And everybody that they did not pay to promote because they made less money, that's on fucking Ben Askren. Why would you do that? Like, seriously, why would you do that? Like, why would you throw shade at a project unless you knew for sure? Because from what my experience with them has been, they did exactly what they said they were going to do. They said 25K to Kane's fucking family. They've paid every single fighter that I know that is involved with them. They paid them. So, I mean, do you have some, the point is, I think that the coin's probably going to go back up because it's now depressed for no reason. And if these guys have good intentions and these guys, they pay fighters to promote, fighters are going to promote, and you still are only going to have this one stupid comment, So anyway, for the record, there ain't nobody paying me to do a fucking 10-minute video on this. I just like talking about finance, and I have a pretty good gauge of understanding how all of this works. And I think it's really fucked up that Ben Askren took money out of people's pockets. That's fucked up. I would never do that. I would fucking never do that. But we're different people. And I don't have a problem with Ben Askren, dude. Me and Ben Askren had actually talked before I started the channel, kind of right before I started the channel. And what's really funny thinking about that is now how I've talked to tons of people through my email, right? And obviously Ben Askren has his public email, around. And so I know exactly what that's like emailing, with kind of a semi-random person that is a fan of yours or whatever, what that feels like. I would bet you that he has no idea that I'm the same person that was emailing him back then, because how would he? And I remember I made a video really early on when I still had sorry ass thumbnails. I made a video about him and Masvidal, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but the thumbnail was really funny. And I sent him the video with the thumbnail, and he responded super quick, something like, haha, and he there's impossible he watched it because it was 1 minute later. So he must have thought that I just made this fan art thing that was him and Masvidal, and he just and I always think back on that. I'm he must now, especially if someone sent me that, I'd have been cool, bro. Because like I would. I mean, if he would have watched my video, obviously he would have fucking thought it was funny and super insightful. Because who could watch one of my videos and not think that? But anywho, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But bottom line is, I support Marshall Anu, and the link is in the description. I'm not telling you guys what to do with your money. I'm not saying go buy it. I'm not saying any of that. I mean, I do think it's going to go up, which is why I bought some. But if it goes down, I don't fucking care because I'm not putting my mortgage payment in there. I'm putting money in there that goes to support fighters. That's what I'm doing. And also, if it ends up blowing up, that'd be nice. Because you know what? There's another guy who I'm buddies with who launched, what's the name of that coin? I'm embarrassed. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know. It was another meme coin. And if you would have put $100 in at the beginning and then held it, it's been, 5 years now. But if you'd have put $100 in, it's worth 1.1 million now. $100. That's a true story. I validated it. It's a completely different crypto project that I'm, whatever. But like, yeah, anyway, so whatever. Love you guys. Peace.